back everyone to my channel. I have a new recipe for you today. Today's recipe is meat lasagna. First you'll need tomato sauce. I use the Primo brand, very affordable. You'll need ground beef. So you can use any meat that you like. I usually make my lasagna with ground beef. If you don't like beef, you can do ground chicken. I love my lasagna to be an extra cheesy goodness, so I use Parmesan and Cheddar Cheese as well. As well on this table, you can see I have all the vegetables that I used. I used red peppers, yellow peppers, and orange peppers, and onions. Those are some honorable mentions that are great for seasoning food as well. If you're wondering, I did not put cucumbers in my lasagna. And lastly, a dish to host your beautiful lasagna. And there we go, we have all of our ingredients. Okay, our first step is to prepare our meats by adding our spices. So one by one, I added all of the spices into this delicious dish. I'll have a list of all the spices down below in the comments. So this jerk marinade is actually the hot version. There is a mild version if you don't like things to be super spicy, but I love spice, so I put it in everything. Just a little bit, not too much, but it adds a little bit of heat with also a little bit of flavor as well. Give me that, give me wine, oh yeah, oh yeah, give me wine, give me that. As you're putting all the seasonings in, it's very, very important that you're folding the seasoning into the ground beef if you're going to season it in a bowl, because you want the seasoning to cover as much surface area as possible so it can actually pick up the seasoning. I don't know, I just rather not have you guys see me cry over onions again, so we're just going to skip the cutting part. And don't forget, my cayenne pepper in a ground pepper bottle. That has to be added as well. While we leave our ground beef to sit and season a little, I'm just cutting up some sweet peppers because I will be putting this in our ground beef. So while I was prepping these, I also put a pot on the stove at medium heat with a little bit of oil. Pot's hot and we're good to go. So you can drop your ground beef in there. I usually put them, again, small portions because I don't want them to clump up and cook in a ball. So as I put them in the pot, I will be mashing them up so that they are more minced and not big clumps. This is really important because you don't want clumpy meat, you want minced meat so that when it mixes with your tomato sauce, everything's good. I feel ecstasy, you and me forever. Oh yeah, love the way you make. Next, I'm going to add in my peppers that I chopped up. I cut them in half so they're a little bit smaller as well. And I added some green onions as well. Alright. Our meat is bubbling, it's cooking. Alright, honey, we ready for the next step, baby. We ready for the sauce, baby. Okay, fun fact, I'm left-handed, so I break every single can opener I've ever used. I'm like a pro at knifing cans and lifting the top off, but I do not recommend this at home. Okay, you can leave your tomato sauce to simmer a bit. Next, we're going to add some water to a pot with some salt so we can boil our lasagna noodles. Make sure you add your lasagna noodles to boiling water and not sitting water. You want it to be as hot as possible and this makes for the perfect al dente pasta.
Why you, baby? Oh, please. Woman, you don't know what you're doing to me. No questions, girl, push it back slowly. Girl, I'm ready.
Alright, let's get cheesy. As my lasagna noodles were boiling, I was grating 2 packs of cheese. Now it's time to put it all together. Step 1, start with a meat base. So spread the meat all along the sides. Make sure there's meat every corner to ensure a nice base for your lasagna.
Oh, please, yeah. Give me wine, give me that, give me wine, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Step 2, add your cheese. Add as much cheese as you like. As I said, I love my lasagna to be extra cheesy, so add your nice layer of cheese. Make sure you cover all of the meat to make sure it's a full level of cheese. Now ready for level 3, which is the lasagna noodles. So just spread them flat right on top. Use as many as you need. Sometimes I put some horizontal and some on the sides. Vertical, just so that I'm covering the entire level. Something that you can add is making an egg wash just by cracking 2 eggs and scrambling it, and then placing it on top of your lasagna noodles on each level. However, when I was making this, one of my friends had an egg allergy, so I didn't add egg to it, but that's definitely something that you can add for extra flavor. Now, once you finish placing your lasagna noodles, you just repeat steps 1 to 3 all over again until you get to the top of your lasagna. So it's really up to you if you like to add your Parmesan cheese on each level. I honestly focus on the Parmesan at the very top. And there you have it, our super saucy, cheesy lasagna. I made a mistake of cutting it while it was still hot, only because we are super hungry. As you can see, there's a spoon in there. But wait till it cools down a bit, just so that it holds better consistency together, and then you can go ahead and eat. So thanks for watching, everyone. See you next time.